Hi guys, I'm Claire.
And I'm Matthew.
And you're watching Rent to Grown. Today we're going to talk to you about how we budget for things that we have to buy at the store. First things first, we make a list. You can see it a little bit. What we do is we write down what we need, and we try to keep it pretty vague, actually, so that we have some wiggle room. We're not brand specific. In fact, we're going to shop at Save-A-Lot, and there really aren't any name brand anythings there. And then the next thing that we do is we write next to the item what we are willing to spend on that item or that category. So we have like $5 allotted for meat, and we have like $4 allotted for non-perishable, for like bulking up our food storage. That's something that I'm trying to work on right now. But since we are not producing any good amount of our own food right now, we are reliant on the store, but we keep it under about $40 or $45 a week for the two of us. And that includes being able to have people over pretty regularly. So without further ado, let's go inside and see what we can find. One of the things I really have to worry about is whether or not I'm buying too much fresh stuff, and whether or not I'm buying stuff that we will actually use in quantities that are good for us. So as much as I would love to buy a big bunch of 8 bananas, we are not going through 8 bananas in a week. Just us, we're not going to. So 3 or 4, that's pretty much where it's at. One of the reasons that I love Save-A-Lot is because they will mark down everything. So right here, this milk expires today. It's a half gallon of 2% milk, and it's on sale for 80 cents, which is really pretty good for our area. And if you know that you have like some potatoes or something at home that you need to use, you might consider buying that and making potato soup for dinner for pennies on the dollar. So that's true with the dairy, it's true with the meat if you want to, grab it and freeze it. This place is like my favorite grocery store, hands down. So we made it out of the store, and while we were in there, it got busy enough that I didn't want to film and like impose on anybody. So I wanted to come back out here and tell you a couple other things about shopping in a store and sticking to your budget. You need to stick to your budget. So like, we have a certain amount of money that we spend every week, and we don't go over that usually. And so that's why we put the amount of money that we're willing to spend next to whatever it is that we're buying. Like, say we're willing to spend $3 on bread. Well, then I'm not going to spend $3.50 on bread, like, to buy several loaves. So that, that's just one example. Like, I'm willing to spend up to this amount for however much of it that I can get for that amount. The next thing is that I am never unwilling to change my plan a little bit. If I go in and I see something that's a really good deal, but maybe it's just a little bit more than what I had planned to spend on it, or maybe it's not on my list at all, and I want to get it anyway because it's a price I can't pass up. I don't change the amount of money that I spend for my bottom line. If I need to find some money in there, I gotta drop it off of other things. I gotta find other places where that money can come off of. And then the last thing is, if you can save, do it. Matthew is of the opinion that we should save the money, even if it's like $3, and, you know, save it and put it toward something else. I am of the opinion that we budgeted out $45 this week and every week, and we're going to spend that $45. So I will pick something for my overage budget. This week it was long-term food storage, and I'm going to be doing a video on that here in the next couple of days or weeks or months or years. I don't know. It'll come out at some point, but that's what I chose to focus on. And I only bought a couple of things, but every little bit helps with long-term food storage. So and what I mean by overages is, I knew that something was going to cost me like, I don't know, $2.79 or something.
Yeah, I was saying like we had like an option where like, oh, we're gonna get some dried beans, and there's like we had like $1.10 or so, and they were $1.19. I was like, we can figure that out, take it out from somewhere else.
That's not what I was talking about.
No.
So what I meant by overage was like money that was left over to be spent. So like if I knew something was going to cost me $2.79, whether it was plus tax or not, I went ahead and estimated $3 on my list. And so that extra, however many cents that's left over, that's on each item. You know, we estimate $2 on milk per gallon, but really it's like $1.35 a gallon. So then we end up with 65 cents left over. And so all that adds up to end up being, $3 or $4 usually at the end of the shopping trip. And so I'll have on there either a list of extra things that we need that we maybe can't quite afford. I'll use my overages to pay for that. Or if we're covered, I will go ahead and use my money to go towards something like long-term food storage, or if I want like special food, we might get some of that sometimes. Sugar's poison, sugar's the devil, but Loft House cookies are amazing. We've already eaten one each. We just got in the car. But anyway, if you have questions about this, I know it's a little bit long-winded, but if you have questions, leave them in the comments or shoot me an email. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you around. Don't forget to like us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and add me on Snapchat.
Bye.
Bye.
We did it.
We did. We made it out of the store. I'll do that again because it scared me. I made a dumb face. Okay, try again.
We did it.
Yay! Lo hicimos.
Do 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 do.
So